From the European Commission President on the refugee crisis, he's urging the bloc to undertake a swift and comprehensive response by increasing aid, coordinating efforts, and agreeing to a binding quota. CCTV's Jack Barton explains.
The President of the European Union's executive arm, Jean-Claude Juncker, used his annual State of the Union address to urge member states to accept far more refugees under a scheme that could be mandatory.
We are not talking about 40,000, we are not talking about 120,000, it's 160,000. That's the number Europeans have to take in charge and have to take in their arms. And I really hope that this time everyone will be on board. No poems, no rhetorics. Action is what is needed for the time being.
500,000 migrants have entered Europe this year. 20,000 arrived just last weekend, and Germany alone expects to receive 800,000 by the end of the year. Juncker singled out Greece, Italy and Hungary as countries no longer able to cope with large numbers of new arrivals. It's not at all clear if the European Commission's new proposal will be accepted by member states, some of whom have already said they will vote against it.
The
European Union is not in a good state. There is a lack of Europe in the EU, and there is a lack of union in the European Union. We have to change this.
The Commission President also announced the EU would start a fund worth $2 billion aimed at reducing the number of economic migrants travelling to Europe from Africa. The EU will also create a so-called safe list of countries whose citizens will be deported if claiming asylum. The leaders of all 28 EU member states will gather on Monday for an emergency meeting on migration at which Jean-Claude Juncker's new plan will top the agenda. Jack Barton, CCTV, Brussels.